Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Buckle up, because today we're diving into one of the wildest small tire showdowns of the season. A $75,000 to win race going down at Shadyside Dragway. And who's in the middle of it all? None other than Street Outlaws heavyweights Ryan Martin and Kye Kelley. Yeah, you heard that right. The same titans of no prep kings are going head-to-head on a whole new battlefield. And let me tell you, the stakes don't get much higher than this. Now, let's rewind for a second. Picture the quiet town of Shelby, North Carolina, home of Shadyside Dragway, a gritty old-school track where reputations are built and broken in a matter of seconds. This isn't your polished, corporate-sponsored race with million-dollar rigs and clean pit lanes. No, this is as real as it gets. Concrete, heat, horsepower, and ego. And with $75,000 on the line, you can bet every racer is showing up with their best shot loaded and ready to fire. Enter Kye Kelley, rolling in with the iconic Shocker, a car that's been through more changes than a NASCAR rulebook. This time, he's armed with a 959 cubic inch Pat Musi mountain motor that he just recently dropped in. He's only had a few hits on it, but guess what? It's already showing out. In fact, he took this very setup to a race just weeks ago and made it all the way to the finals, against none other than Ryan Martin. So this motor isn't just promising, it's proven. Now Kye did run into a little hiccup. Word is, he had an engine issue the night before the race. But if you know anything about Kye and his team, it's that they don't fold under pressure. They got the problem sorted out, and reports say Shocker is now moving out harder than ever. This car might be known for its dominance in the big tire world, but it's showing signs of serious small tire muscle. And Kye? He's got that look in his eye again. The one that says, "I came here to take the bag." And standing in his way is a man who needs no introduction. Ryan Martin. The Phoenix Camaro is in the house. Small tire fans know that this car is not to be taken lightly. This isn't some backup ride or weekend project. This is a machine that's won just about everything it's entered lately. Of the last 7 or 8 races Ryan has entered with this car, he's taken home the win in nearly all of them. Let that sink in. That's domination. That's precision. That's what you get when one of the most consistent racers in the country sets his sights on small tire. Ryan's experience is second to none. While he's had a bit of a roller coaster in the big tire NPK scene lately, his small tire game is rock solid. The Phoenix Camaro is dialed, ruthless, and built to win. If he lines up next to you in the lanes, you better bring everything you've got. And even that might not be enough. But here's what makes this race so special. It's not just about Ryan or Kye. This $75,000 shootout has brought out killers from all over the country. This isn't a local bracket race. This is an all-out war featuring the best of the best in small tire. Tuners, drivers, crew chiefs, they've all brought their A-game. And for that kind of payout, there's no holding back. People are pushing their engines to the brink, dialing in every last bit of suspension, timing, and clutch settings. At a race like this, a mistake costs you tens of thousands of dollars. This is drag racing in its rawest form. And while we're on the subject of heavy hitters, let's talk about Axman. Now, I was really looking forward to seeing him back in action. He's got a small tire Nova with a pro-charged non-Hemi combo that had a lot of eyes on it. After stepping away from the scene last year, his return was highly anticipated. But unfortunately, bad luck struck early. He blew the motor during testing, the night before the race. A huge letdown, no doubt. But knowing Axman, he'll bounce back, and I hope we see him again at one of these big-money speed promotions races soon. So here's where we stand. Ryan Martin and Kye Kelley, two of the most dominant forces in street and no prep racing, are now clashing in a format where anything can happen. No prep means no excuses. It's about reaction time, traction, guts, and trust in your setup. And with a purse of $75,000 waiting at the finish line, You know this is more than just another race. It's a battle for bragging rights, reputation, and redemption. What makes this race even more compelling is how these racers are stepping out of their comfort zones. Ryan and Kye are best known for big tire, high-stakes, no-prep kings action. But this is different. Small tire racing is a whole new animal. It requires a different finesse, a different touch. The margin for error is razor thin, and the track surface at Shadyside? Let's just say it has humbled more than a few fast cars. It's not just about throwing horsepower at the problem. It's about managing every inch of that track with surgical precision. And these guys are proving they've got what it takes. Kye Kelley's story is especially impressive. With the recent addition of the massive 959 Ci Pat Musi power plant, the shocker is packing serious heat. But it's not just about brute force. Kye's ability to adapt quickly to new combinations, troubleshoot problems overnight, and come back swinging shows you just how seasoned he is. And let's be honest, he's hungry. That runner-up finish to Ryan recently probably stung a little. You can bet he's coming into this race with something to prove and $75K in his sights. Meanwhile, Ryan Martin has been absolutely terrorizing the small tire scene with the Phoenix Camaro. What makes Ryan so dangerous is his consistency. He's not the guy who wins one weekend and bombs out the next. He's methodical, calculated. He doesn't just show up, he shows up prepared. When he's at a race, you know he's put in the testing, done the homework, and run through every scenario in his head. That's why he wins, and why so many fear seeing his name in the next lane. And let's not overlook what this race means for the sport of drag racing. Races like this bring out the raw, grassroots energy that a lot of fans fell in love with in the first place. You don't need $1 million hauler or a corporate sponsor to win. What you need is knowledge, grit, and a killer setup. That's what small tire racing represents. It's the perfect blend of old-school racing values and modern horsepower wars. And seeing guys like Ryan and Kye cross into this territory, it validates the scene and shows the world that small tires racing is just as legit, just as thrilling, and just as prestigious. We also can't ignore the impact this race could have on the future of no-prep kings and street outlaws as a whole. When stars like Ryan and Kye start investing time and effort into small tire races, it opens the door for more crossover events, more unique matchups, and even bigger fan engagement. It shows versatility and keeps things fresh. If they keep winning, don't be surprised to see even more big names jump into the mix. Imagine the next Speed Promotions event having not just pro mods and MPK stars, but a stacked small tire field that rivals anything we've seen before. And here's the thing, $75,000 doesn't just change a weekend, it changes a season. That kind of payout can fund upgrades, repairs, testing, or even the build of a brand new car. These guys aren't just racing for a trophy, they're racing for the ability to keep doing what they love at the highest level. In a sport where parts break, engines blow, and the next event is always just around the corner, a win like this can be a game changer. So whether you're a hardcore Street Outlaws fan, a small tire junkie, or just someone who appreciates raw racing talent, this event has it all. The stakes, the cars, the rivalries. It's the kind of race that makes you sit up and pay attention. If you're not already watching, you're missing out on one of the most competitive, exciting weekends of racing this year. Don't forget to follow along here for updates, results, and behind-the-scenes stories from Shadyside. And if you're lucky enough to be there in person, soak it in. Because when two titans like Ryan Martin and Kye Kelley show up to battle for $75K on small tires, you know you're witnessing something special. We'll be watching every pass, every tune change, and every celebration, and we'll bring it all right here for you. So stay locked in, because it's only getting better from here.